this way. I'm live. I'm not sure. We'll see. Yep, I am live. Buffering now. All right, let's get in here a little closer here. What's going on, guys, girls? Rob here. And baseball playoffs. We've heard going on. Number one thing, no days off. Wild cards, National League and American League Division Series, and then the Championship Series to the World Series. No days off until the World Series. Between the Championship Series and the World Series, I think there's either 1 or 2 days off. I think there's 1 day off. I think there is. But as far as all of the other playoffs, the first 3 rounds, no days off. What if it rains? Well, they're trying to play in some sites that it doesn't rain as much. And it rained so much in San Diego, LA, Dodger Stadium, unstable. That's not cool. Dodger Stadium doesn't get rain much at all. And obviously, yeah, they are the favorites. So that's going to be my next question in a minute. And then obviously Minute Maid Park in Houston, they've got a roof on it. Would you take the Dodgers, folks, right now? Or would you take everybody else that's in the playoffs? Dodgers are going to win 40-some games. The Dodgers are going to be probably a number 1 seed. We don't know that yet. It looks like they will be. They are playing tremendous baseball. Now, right on their heels is, first of all, I will make my comment as of this. If the Yankees stay as a 5th seed, they get the Twins first round, then they get to stay at Arlington all the way to the World Series. Yeah. No. Wrong. American League's playing on the West Coast sports time machine. You're all wrong there. American League is playing in Dodger Stadium in San Diego Petco Park. That's all. The American League's playing there. National League's playing in Texas. They're playing in Houston and in Arlington. No home games for nobody. So let me make that clear. The American League is playing in California. The National League is playing in Texas. No, there's no home field advantage. Don't 8 teams make the playoffs in both leagues? Yes. Yes, they do. There's going to be 2 games at Dodger Stadium, 2 games at Petco for the American League every day. And then there's going to be 2 games at Arlington, 2 games at Houston for the National League every day. So the American League's playing in stream is a bit laggy. I apologize. Let me get a little closer to my action here. Get closer to my computer in the house. But the American League. Here we go. The American League is playing in California. And the National League is playing in Texas. That's what's happening. I'm with you, Keith. I'm with you. I think there's at least 4 teams right now that can give the Dodgers fits. Obviously, the Yankees. Yankees, would they win 7th straight? They're not anything to sneeze at. White Sox, they're for real. The Padres, they're a very, very, very good team. And then you can't disassociate the Braves. The Braves are a team that could go in there. They've got a lot of pitching. Probably the best bullpen in baseball. So I'm with Keith. I would take Dodgers are historically really good until playoff time. Then they historically blow it. They haven't won in 32 years. Last time they won was 1988. So we'll see what happens. They normally have a great regular season. They normally play through the first round of the playoffs pretty good. But now with 3 rounds of playoffs, I'm with everybody so far that said they'll take a field. I'll take the field as well. No doubt about it. And in fact, I still like the Yankees better than I do the Dodgers. Myself, I think the Yankees have a better lineup. And we'll see. We'll see. I don't think they quite have the pitching that the Dodgers have, but they've got a good lineup, man. I've seen pictures of their stadium. Looks very old. Reminds me of traditional football. Yeah, well, you know what? The Dodger Stadium is old, but they renovate it every 3 to 5 years. It's still one of the top 10 parks out there. Yeah, it's renovated. You know, the odds will be with the field with 8 teams. Yeah, I will. Yeah, and actually you got 16 teams. You got 15 other teams because you got 8 American League teams and 7 National League teams. So you got 15 teams. Yeah, I'll take 15-1 any day of the week. Yeah, unless it's just a team that's just, 50-10 or something like that. It's just extraordinarily good. But I knew we weren't going to have a team that would win 50. But I picked the Dodgers to win 40. Dodgers should get a new stadium. Not at all. No, they play great. It's a nice stadium. It's a beautiful ballpark. They've got a nice stadium. Trust me. They play in a great place. They've got a great facility. They keep it updated. They update their stuff. But what got me was when they announced the sites today. I really thought that Atlanta and Miami was going to get the American League sites, and they gave it to Arlington. They gave it to San Diego and L.A. So props to them. They've been together. They've gotten it together on their stuff so far. It would have been tough to put the National League in Florida, Tampa, and then where do you go? It wouldn't have been good. What group of golfers would you need to have before you would bet against the field of the remaining golfers this weekend? Sports Time Machine, the obvious answer, they don't want nobody to have home field advantage. They don't want anybody to have home field advantage, Sports Time Machine. That's why nobody's getting home field advantage until the World Series. Nobody is. That's why they're using it for the National League, not the American League, because the American League plays there. What group of golfers would you need? Why would you choose another site for the National League Championship Series? No, not at all. No, they could play at Houston. But the American League teams play there all the time. Keith, what group of golfers would you need to have before you would bet against the field? You talking about how many golfers I'd have to have? Like if somebody. No, I'm not ignoring Keith's question at all. I'm trying to figure it out. Definitely not ignoring him now. What group of golfers would you need to have before you would bet against the field? You're saying, like, would I have to have like 5 top golfers and somebody else had the field? I'd probably have to have more than 5. I would probably have to have 10 picks and give somebody else the rest. In other words, in order to bet against the field, any number. I think if somebody gave me 10, any 10 that I wanted, I'd give somebody else the field. I believe I would. If I had 10 that I wanted, if I was going for money, yeah, I'll leave 10 golfers. If you wanted to pick, ooh, wow. Oh, geez, man, put me on the spot. I don't have my list. Justin Rose, Brendan Todd. You guys got my top 5? Anybody got my top 5 written down? They're in the house. Bud Cauley. Uh, I'd let you have DeChambeau. I don't want DeChambeau. I don't want Adam Scott. I would take Sergio Garcia. I don't need McIlroy. I'd take Garcia though. I don't need Woods. I don't need Mickelson. Who's my other 2? Anybody remember seeing my other 2 golfers? You guys somebody had to have written them down. So Rob, you messed up. I got them written down inside. I would take Dustin Johnson. Yes, I would. If I had 10, Brendan Todd. Yeah, Brendan Todd. I forgot. Yeah, it's Brendan Todd. I definitely picked him. Bud Cauley. Justin Rose was my 3rd. And then I had 4 and 5. But yeah, I would take Dustin Johnson if I had 10 golfers. Yes. Give me Dustin Johnson. Justin Thomas was in my top 5. I would definitely take him. I would take Daniel Berger. I would take Berger. I would not allow you to have him. He's possibly a steady force. I would take Fleetwood. I would take Tommy Fleetwood. Let's see. Who else would I take? It would only leave 2 or 3 more. I would take Jason Day. I would take him. He has to be healthy. He has to be playing. If he doesn't play, obviously, I wouldn't take him. Wow. Xander Schauffele, I would take him. He's a guy that could come out of nowhere and play well. And wow. I don't want to say JT Poston, but JT Poston could play well too. He's never done that much. He never won a. But everybody had Webb Simpson. Probably would be Webb Simpson. Yeah. So with that, you would be willing to bet against the rest of the field, or you still would not. With that, depending on the bet, if I still had it leaning my way, if I still got 2-1 odds, something like that, yeah. Straight up, I wouldn't. 10 to the field, I don't think I would. 15 to the field, I'd probably go straight up. I would have to have 15 to the field. And that's the thing. It's only, 100 golfers? So 15 to the field, I would go straight up. 10 to the field, somebody'd have to give me 2-1. Because somebody can come out there. Francesco Molinari could play his ass off. And I haven't seen tee times either. I saw him yesterday. I haven't looked at him real close today. That means a world right there. If you've got somebody teeing off tomorrow at 1:30, 2 o'clock, or let's say noon, it's not going to be many 1:30, 2 o'clock tee times now because it's just it's not enough daylight. But you can tee off, I guess, 1:30. It's going to make a difference. The wind's going to freshen up. And is there a slight breeze from where you are? Right now, from where I'm at, there is a breeze right now. It's a cool breeze, too. And I'm sure, there's a mailman, it's going to be cooler than this in New York tomorrow. It's only 68 degrees here in Virginia today. It's supposed to get to 76. Another reason I don't like Tiger Woods, it's going to be hard for him to stretch out, really, really move around on the golf course. If it's cool, chilly, it's not supposed to be so much damp. Here it will be because we get tropical storm, whatever the hell it is, but it's not going to go. We're just going to get a little bit of it. But New York's getting none of this. They're not supposed to get any rain. It's supposed to be what 7 to 12, 7 to 14 mile an hour breezes. Nothing major. And even if I still had Dustin Johnson as one of my players, I don't think he's going to win. But I'd rather have him than to let him have a chance to win. I think there's only a select list. Is there a slight breeze? Oh yes, right. I've already read that. There's only a select few that I really think can win this tournament. It's going to take so much out of you. 4 days of this. 68 degrees Fahrenheit is very hot in the UK. I've got shorts on. I'm wearing shorts, and I'm jonesing to go play golf today. I really, really want to go play golf. I may do it. I've got acorns back here stacked up. I've got stacks of acorns off of the trees. Every once in a while, you'll hear them pop. You'll hear them fall. It's weird, but you'll hear them hit the ground. And it sounds like a bass drum. It goes kind of like that. And so those two oak trees back there, they loaded with acorns, which means we're probably going to have a rough winter, really cold winter anyway. But I probably, Keith, are you thinking about betting somebody, or you have to be mini golf there? Are you thinking about going out and maybe betting somebody straight up, or doing it yourself, or you're just seeing what I would do? Put me on the spot. Because I've bet on 4 of the majors in the last 3 years, just on your versus a field thing. Oh, okay. That's cool. I probably would want 15 golfers. And that's a lot to give. That's a lot to give because I wouldn't take the top 15 in the world, though. There's some I would let slip and let them just – and like I said, DeChambeau, I'm sorry. DeChambeau may go out this week and play even par golf and win the tournament. I just don't think so. John Rahm, all your traps still out? Yeah, they're still out there. But I don't have the heels out there now. So I think just that one was killing everything or tearing everything up. John Rahm, he gets so upset. He's a great golfer. Great golfer. And it probably would be a mistake not taking Rahm, but I wouldn't. I would much rather have Berger this week. I'm going to tell you right now, it looks like NFL TV ratings are quite disappointing, especially Monday night. Yeah, I watched 5 plays Monday night. I really wasn't into it at all. They'll get better ratings next week with the Raiders in Vegas, and they're playing New Orleans. They'll get better ratings. What was I going to say? Talking about somebody maybe I would take or something. Mailman did stop. He did stop. You hear him hitting his brakes. You hear the acorn set back here too. What was I going to say? Jeez. Get on a rant once in a while. I forget what I'm doing. Oh, yeah. Well, I know exactly what I was going to say. You may be surprised, but I would give Phil Mickelson a better chance of making the cut this week than Tiger Woods. If Do you think a Yankees Dodgers World Series can get better ratings than 18 million? Yes, definitely. Are you kidding? Yes. Oh yes. Very good. They would be the best ratings of all. It would be better than a Phillies Yankees. It would be better than Mets. I mean Braves Yankees might would be as good. Phillies Yankees to me would be great. Uh, but I'm gonna tell you right now, there's some flies in the ointment. Named White Sox, named Rays. Uh, there's some teams out there right now that are not just giving it to the Yankees. Uh, but I'm not so quick to give it to the Dodgers. I'm not even sure the Dodgers make it to the World Series. There are some teams in the National League that can hit. The Braves, Phillies, and the Padres. They all can hit. Um, and you can get matched up with one of those teams in the first round and get knocked out. The A's, they've lost some components the last few. They lost Chapman a few days ago. Um, the third baseman, he's out for the year. Um, they've lost some stuff. Um, yeah, they have some decent pitching though. They really do, and people that we don't know. What would get the lowest TV ratings for the World Series? Rockies, Marlins, Rays, Marlins, no doubt. Rockies would draw interest. Rockies have that part of the area. People in Colorado, people in Utah, New Mexico, Northern Texas, they are Rockies people. No. Blue Jays gets a lot of following from up in Canada. They, believe it or not, they get a lot. New York too. I think it would be a Rays Marlins series. I think that would probably be dead skull. I mean, I think there's a lot of people would just say, flip it off, turn it the hell off. Especially having to watch 4 games played in the Trop. Oh well, that's right. They wouldn't be playing there. That's right. They don't have to worry about playing there. But I think Padres is in for a shout too. Oh yeah. Padres in the National League. Yeah. Oh, definitely. That the only problem I have with the Padres is um, they really get timely hitting, but they haven't really pounded on some teams yet. They haven't really just start to finish of an inning, just crown people up yet. But they're winning, and they know how to win, so that's really good. But I think when you play the Dodgers, when you play the Phillies, when you play um, probably the Cubs maybe, um, and now how about the Indians? Nothing will beat the Super Bowl ratings. Oh no, the Indians have really they faded. They have faded. So Tribe fan, if he's in here right now, really has nothing to cheer about because the Indians are playing bad. The Browns, uh, Mariners, Marlins would not draw much national interest. Well, the thing is that the Mariners have so much international flavor to it because they got Japanese and Asian ownership. They have a lot of Asian ownership. It would draw one hell of a crowd watching from over in Japan, China, all the Far East. However, maybe the only thing that might come close to the Super Bowl ratings in the U.S. is a World Cup final. Uh, World Cup in the United States is not going to get the same as a World Series. I don't think. Just U.S. audience. I don't think so. 33 million, 33 million U.S. viewers. Really? Um, yeah, it'll draw that many if it's Dodgers, Yankees, uh, Phillies, Yankees. Okay. Um, there's a few Braves, Yankees. If we go to the American League and switch from the Yankees, that's not a good thing, probably. The Rays, it's not going to draw a lot. The White Sox and the Dodgers would draw one hell of a crowd. The White Sox and the Braves, White Sox and the Phillies, that would draw a good crowd. Chicago, Philadelphia, two blue collar cities. Yeah, they would draw good crowds. Dodgers, Yankees, definitely the biggest World Series game, the biggest fan base in the East, biggest fan base in the West. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you right now, there's as many Dodgers. I mean, there's a lot of Dodgers fans out west, yes, but there's a lot of Braves fans on the East that would almost match it. There's a lot of Braves fans. It's difficult for me to imagine the World Cup getting that many viewers. I personally do not know anyone who follows soccer outside of this channel. Yeah, Keith, that surprised me too when he said 33 million viewers. Was it like a Thursday night when nothing else was happening and Fox was pushing it? Yeah, I don't know. It's like you say, it's kind of hard to imagine that World Cup would draw as much as World Series. Maybe, but I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying it's kind of hard for me to fathom that though, because my father will watch a baseball game today. You turn soccer on, he's going to turn TV off. That's just the way it was. France versus Portugal final drew 12 million on Fox. Well, I will say this, though. Was it 2014? They did a lot of advertising and a lot of pushing a lot of the players. That helps. That helps. Anytime you've got, I'm a sucker for TV ratings, anytime you got some star quality players, it's possible. There's no doubt about it. Portugal has that kid. What's his name? A lot of them that the women like. What's his name? I can't even think of his damn name. But he's one of the top 3 soccer players in the world. I still say Messi is the best. But Chiefs versus Texans drew less than I thought. Ronaldo, yeah. Cristiano Ronaldo, yeah. Ronaldo plays for Portugal. So that I'm sure ladies liked watching him play. And then, but to me, I think he's a lot of cherry picking to him. Messi gets out and really plays in the middle part of the field. Does your dad watch basketball? No. He used to go watch basketball when I would go play it, but that would be about it. And I only played up until 8th grade, 9th grade, something like that. Played some in high school, but not a lot. Not much at all. Very little. I was too short. I was way too little. I played baseball all through school. I wish I would have played golf through school, but I didn't do that. But I played my baseball all the way through school. And then I actually started coaching baseball. I did a lot of that after I went to college. And it was fun. It was fun. But pretty tall. Should have stayed in basketball. I wasn't tall in high school. I was 5'7" when I graduated. I was 5'7" when I graduated high school. So I wasn't really tall. Now I get next to the guys that play. Can we expect any Eagles this week? Well, yeah. Was it hole number 9? You're going to get some Eagles on hole number 9. The 633-yard one, I'm going to say there will be one. I don't think there's going to be many. And I'm not sure it will be holed out of the fairway. Massive L for the Eagles on Sunday. Yeah, different Eagles, Huss. But, yeah, front nine, you'll see some Eagles. They're going to have to drive the ball, though. They really are. You know, the guys and that team, the team of the Eagles, they'll come back and win this week. They'll come back and win this week. New England goes to Seattle. They'll lose. They'll lose this week. Tampa, they've got Carolina coming to town. Tampa, they'll right the ship this week. They'll be 1-1. But, you know, they got their trip out the way. They don't have to go back to New Orleans unless it's a playoff game. So, and that's a good thing. You do it early in the season, forget about it. I think that's very good because if they do end up having to play them in the playoffs again, have to go back to New Orleans, you don't want to remember a loss so much. And you have to go back to week one. It's a lot harder to remember week one than it is week 13, you know, stuff like that. I don't like these teams playing division rival week 8 and then again week 10. What the hell's up with that? A lot of them are playing them like almost back to back. I do not like that. That's crazy shit. I don't like that. I've always thought you should play half your division games in the first 8, and the last half in the back 8. That's what I think should happen. And I think anytime you come back from a bye, you should be playing another team that just come back from a bye. No advantages there. I think it would even things out. I hate seeing a team play on 5 days rest and playing a team that's had 13 days rest. What kind of bullshit is that? I mean, come on. That's not right. That's why, you know, I don't like those teams that play on Thanksgiving Day, right? Coming back, you know, in 12, they get 11 days? They get 4 extra days from everybody else. Although they have a shorter week, I understand. Do most people in the U.S. like sports? Oh, man, that's a good question, Tam. I'm not going to say most people. I would say 50% of the population watches sports and 50% don't. Most of my family does not. That's just straight up the way it works. I've got 2 brothers. They can give 2 shits about a baseball game, a football game. They just don't watch it. They care less. If it's if you can find something on YouTube that's talking about where they want to go fishing next week, they'll sit there and watch it. But other than that, not really. They really don't care about it. But me and the wife, we'll sit and watch baseball. She'll sit and watch baseball even if I'm not there. I'd say about only 30% actually care about sports. Maybe 30%. It may not be 50%. You may be right. But you get a lot of people, especially when you start getting the city life, Philadelphia, grandma, grandpa, will you take me to a baseball game? Okay, well, let's take the 3 grandkids to the game. Stuff like that. You get a lot of that going on. Chiefs Texans only got 19 million viewers. That's over 300 million Americans not caring. No. Now, Huss, that's a Thursday night game. That's not caring about the NFL. There's a lot of other stuff offered. There's hockey, and the playoffs will be played that night, I'm pretty sure. There's a lot of stuff going on. Plus, a lot of people work. You got a lot of people work from 3 to 11 at night that are unable to watch it, that probably want to watch it. You know, Thursday nights for the NFL works out perfectly. Thursday nights for the American public does not work out perfectly all the time. You've got people that got life going on. Got to have people watch their kids. Don't forget, what would say the percentage of people who actively watch sports? I would say 40%. 40%. I think it's more than 30. But Thursday nights, man, Thursday nights with coronavirus, COVID, or whatever the hell you want to call it, people have got to still make sure their kids get their homework done. You've got so much stuff going on. Most of my friends, if I get my holler and say, yeah, you want to go to a baseball game, now more will go fishing with me. More of them would rather just say, yeah, hell yeah, let's load the car and let's go fishing. And I keep the car loaded with fishing gear. I would take you out there and show you the car. I ought to back it up right here and show it to you. I'm telling you, it's got like 6 rods. Okay, 35. That's cool. 1 in 3 then. That's fine. But it's full of fishing rods, full of equipment, full of everything you need. Pliers, extra hooks, extra weights, extra just everything. Corks, lures. I've got it all. So anytime I'm ready to go trout fishing, I'm ready to roll. I have I'm equipped with a vehicle ready to go, not a long way. So 126 million Americans actively watch sports. Huss, man, you more into the numbers than I am. But I do know a lot of people that don't. My mom and dad, if I go down there right now, I know they're not watching a baseball game. But if I told them tomorrow, look, I got tickets for us to go see the Phillies and the Braves in 3 weeks, they'd take off and go with us. My dad's a Braves fan. You guys know that. I've taken him to go see the Braves numerous times, and the Phillies always won. But that's true. And my mom would go too. See, this is the time of year I love to go watch golf. I mean, golf. Time I like to watch golf too. I like to watch golf anytime. But it's just the time of year I like to watch baseball. Really. This is baseball season, man. Why ain't your brothers into sports? Did they find it boring or something? Well, one of my brothers, man, he's into hunting and fishing. Straight up hunting and fishing. The other one, he's more into raising his animals. He's got a farm. He's got 100 and some chickens, turkeys, ducks. He's got all kind of fowl. My mom hates sports, especially football. She finds it boring. I tell her she's damn crazy. Hey, everybody's got their thing, man. Everybody's got their thing. Darla will go in there. She'll go in there and read a book for 2 hours straight. Won't watch a single, not even, but a lot of times when the Tour de France is not on, I love watching Tour de France. A lot of days we'll go not even turn TV on. A lot of times. Now, when we go to bed, I'll flip the TV on, look at what scores were for the day, stuff like that. But now, a lot of days we'll go without watching any TV, anything. Once in a while, I'll watch a Western or two. But, there's no football tonight. You see, tonight should have been a night that they put a college football game on. There's no hockey on. And there's no football, no baseball. Oh, well, it's baseball, but no football and no hockey tonight. Baseball should jump on that. I don't see the entertaining in French dudes cycling. So, it's not all French. It's not all French dudes, man. But I enjoy watching it. If you could be a field reporter for one sport, which one would you pick? Oh, boy. Well, if I could announce one game or just one sport, probably baseball. If I could field report, if I could travel with the team, probably baseball. Football, 1 day a week, it's so overhyped. oh man, I get sick of seeing, and racing's the same way. Both of them get overhyped. Uh, let's have a 2 hour pregame show. 2 hour pregame show for a 3 hour football game. And people bitch about the game taking too long. See, that's my thinking about that. Are the same people raising hell about games taking too long the same ones bitching and watching a pregame show for 2 hours? Really? Come on. You know, I know 9 o'clock in the morning, 8 Eastern time, they start this Sunday morning football on the NFL Network, and that don't stop until 12:45. That's 3 hours and 45 minutes until they're just ready to kick off. And they do their picks. They talk to everybody's mama. They talk to everybody's daddy. They talk to people in the hospital. I mean, they talk to the dietitians. I mean, come on. It's just that it's a little bit over the damn top, if you ask me. I mean, it's like, well, we followed this person this week, and what do you think is the percentage of sports fans that watch hockey? Oh man, I don't know. Go up north is a lot. It's probably close to 50% in Canada. Down here, where I'm located, less than 10%. You like your numbers. Huss is into his numbers. But yeah, Keith was asking good. If somebody gave me 15 golfers, I would take that against the field any day of the week. And I feel like if somebody gave me 15 golfers every week, I would get more right than wrong. I would win more than I'd lose. Now that's even on. Now you got some of these little tour events would be a lot tougher to do. I'm doing an engineer. I should be good at numbers. Yeah. So, but 10 wouldn't be quite enough for me. Not at even odds, because what's 140 golfers, something like 120. I don't know exactly how many golfers going to the Open, but I know they're teeing off at 10 and at 1. So there's a lot, and they're teeing off in threes, and they starting early. They start 7 something tomorrow, 7:05 or something. And that's another reason I like Brendan Todd. Todd starts off tomorrow like 7:25, 7:30. Still water on the greens, dew on the greens. There's nothing you can do about that. I'm sure they'll be to run the mower across it just to try to soup up some of the water off the green. But you know as well as I do, any of you folks that live, anywhere out there in the United States, when you first get up at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, the grass is wet. So it should stop on the greens a lot better the first, 6 to 8 holes he gets on. Then if there's a little bit of a breeze blowing, then we'll see what's happening. They're playing just north of New York City. A lot of smoke out here. So if Todd can go out, let's say shoot a 68, 67. If that's not in the lead, it's going to be really close. I think it will be. After two rounds, they still may be under the under par. But I think by 4 rounds, tougher pin placements. I've got a mouth ulcer. My mouth's killing. Now, all right. There's things I can tell you that can kill them, but you got to be careful. Do you have any rubbing alcohol? Do you have any rubbing alcohol? No, not salt. Do you have any rubbing alcohol? Alcohol, it's just called rubbing alcohol. It's 100% alcohol. If you had some, you could put about that much in a cup, put it in your mouth, roll it around in your mouth a little bit, and it'll actually, salt burns it, man. Salt to make it bleed. You don't want to, I wouldn't put salt in it. Let's see, what else? All right, do this. All right, do this. Run as hot of water as you can in the sink. Run as hot of water as you can in the sink. You get yourself a cup and only half fill it with water and shake about 6 to 8 shakes of salt in it. Stir it up real good. Then rinse your mouth out with it. You rinse your mouth out with salt water. Make sure it's salt water, though. Don't just go straight salt. That's not good for you. But use as hot of water as you can stand. If it burns your arm, your mouth might be able to take it. I mean, hot as coffee. And stir in that salt just like you would sugar. You commonly get mouth ulcers. I don't get a lot of them, but I take care of them if I do. I take care of it quick. Put that salt in a cup, stir it up, shake your hell out of it. 5 or 6, 7 shakes. Get one every 2 months or so. Not normally anyway. And when you're rinsing your mouth out with the salt water, make sure it hits the ulcer good, and it won't hurt nothing if you run it all through your mouth. So let it hit your throat, hit it all. Get it all while you're in there, because if to clean out anything else, it might want to be a problem. But 2 or 3 good swallows, shake it around in your mouth. Even if you got to shake your head, get wherever your mouth ulcer is, lean your head that way. Leave it on it 10 seconds, then spit it out. Or brush your teeth first, then do that. But do this last. After this. Well, alcohol will stun it. Alcohol will just straight stun it. It'll stop it from hurting. It kind of does the it was a neighbor of mine. The alcohol kind of if it hits something, it just quits it. It just stops. So alcohol will do it. Couple of problems there. You don't swallow it, you'll get drunk really fast, and it can mess your blood system up. Spit it out. Make sure you spit it out. But put some in a cup. Turn it up. Don't turn it up from the bottle. Put some in a cup. Turn it up, and rinse your mouth out a couple times. It won't hurt no more that day. You may have to do it once a day, but it won't hurt no more. No. And it will. I'm not sure that helps it heal, but it won't hurt it. But it will stun it enough. Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of times, if it's red, it'll make it white. What's up, Sean? Huss has got a mouth ulcer, and I'm telling him how to get rid of it. I hate those damn things. Ain't you meant to be in school? They're not in school. They're doing what they call it, online, what do they call it? No set date for school. But you're still going. You're doing school right now, though, right? Aren't you doing online? I'm pretty sure they're doing it online stuff. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. So he sees his teachers all the time. I'm wondering what will happen when the MLB CBA expires and how much baseball gets played next year. Be a big factor on leverage. Yeah, I think so too, Keith. I think next year they really need to play a full season. They're not going to want to. If nothing's changed, if and Lord knows I don't want to say this, okay? Um, it's sad to say it, but I think personally something will be found right around election time for the coronavirus. I really think so. I hope, you know, I hope they're not hiding it, waiting on something. I really do. But I think right around November, we're going to have something to where we can take. And, kind of like a flu shot. If that's the case, that's a game changer. That's a game changer right there. Then baseball can go back playing again. Teachers just sent me work online. Oh, okay. Just send me work online. Oh, okay. But, it would be good for the kids if they can go back. I know a lot of them don't want to, but trust me, you'd rather be in school now. If you look at it 40 years down the road, 30 years down the road, it's going to mean more to you if you went to school. Oh, yeah. It's not that bad. I don't have to see their ugly mugs. Yeah, well, I'm just saying, who wants to stay inside forever? This shit gets old, man. And that's why I say I may go play golf today. I may well see if Mrs. Robb wants to take off and go ride with me. Go play some golf. I don't know. The man's got him a good fire over it. Damn. I go outside pretty much every day. Yeah, going outside's one thing, but I mean going out doing just basic stuff. Any pecan mugs. The praline kid. Oh my gosh. Notice that. Oh me. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. So what do you guys say? We'll end it right here in an hour here. Would you rather have the Dodgers or would you rather take the whole other 15 teams that's in the playoffs? Sean thinks that getting all the other teams would be the Yankees, Rays, everybody else that makes the playoffs. Or do you think the Dodgers can run through everybody? I take a field in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. If somebody told me I could just take the American League, I would do it. Because I'm not even sure they're going to make it to the World Series. Dodgers have been known, the worst folders in the last 30 years. Of course, Rob is ending the video when I come home. Sean needs to do his homework. Yeah, and Keith, go Nuggets. Who are they playing? Who's the Nuggets playing? Nuggets playing the Clippers. If the Dodgers win, Sean gets to kick Rob. No, not quite. No. Everybody wants to abuse Rob. We need to abuse Sean a little bit. Sean is they came back from 3-1 two times. So was it now it's Nuggets and Clippers? Is that what it is? 3-3? Ain't nobody gonna beat the Lakers. Ain't nobody gonna beat the Lakers. No. Man, it's getting smoky around here. So the Nuggets have got the Lakers now. Oh, I thought the other team from. Now hold on for a second. Tell me this: who are the Nuggets? Don't tell me who's going to win. Tell me who they're playing right now. Is the Nuggets playing the Lakers or the Nuggets playing the? All right, okay. They beat the Clippers last night, but what is it now? 3-3, or the Nuggets playing the Lakers now? So is it still Game 7 to come? So it's on to the next series. Oh, okay. So it's Nuggets versus Lakers now. Okay. Clippers are out. Okay. Oh, okay. So the Nuggets win. They ain't beating the Lakers. Who the hell thinks they gonna beat the Lakers? Shit. And I'm not a LeBron fan, dude. I'm not a LeBron fan at all. But I ain't seen a team out there that's gonna beat the Lakers yet. The Heat's not gonna beat them. Nobody cares about basketball once football is back. Well, people might would watch. Paul George was 3 of 10 from three. 30% from three is 50%, though. That's not that bad. 3 from 10. 3 of 10 from three is 50%. Shooting 50%. Or right at it. That's shooting 50% from two. 3 of 10 is. So that's not that bad. If you can shoot 3 of 10 from three, that's not too bad. But you've got so many Republicans hate the NBA. Is that what it is? Republicans hate the NBA. I don't know. I just don't like it where they just allow them just to run up down the floor and run over people. Yeah. LeBron's built like a tank, man. He can stand. You're part of the Antifa, aren't you? You crazy in hell. You crazy in hell, Huss. That shit get you kicked out of here. Saying that shit. Saying that shit will get you barred from my room. I'm telling you. I can keep you out. Yeah. That ain't funny. Hell no. Yeah. That's a little bit better, but hey, I don't bring that shit up in the room too much. I'm just like yes about it. That's a neighbor going up the road 2 miles an hour. My lawnmower, I ought to chase him on my lawnmower. He drive up to the store and I can face me at boxing again. Huss, Oh my goodness. Huss and Sean. We already got the first 2 weeks set out. We got to get. I tell you what, we got to get going. Is we got to get to when's the next boxing match? We'll get it going here in the next few days. We will. Well, we're gonna get red, white, and blue racing. I gotta get some cards together. I gotta get in touch with some of the other guys. You want to get your ass kicked twice? Oh, check this out. Let me show you guys what your wife's doing. I must be the great. She's painting that little stool, little bench right there. It's off-color green, man. It really is off-color green, and she's painted about half of it. She's got to finish painting the rest of it. So she's gonna have that out here. Should be pretty cool. I think I'm gonna go inside, get me some lunch. It's a little late. It's now 2 o'clock. Go checking mail. He just ran a minute ago. Probably more junk mail than anything. I got to get my hair cut again very soon. My hair grows too fast. Rob Allen cheated me in the last match. He kicked me. Believe it or not, I actually liked Antifa like 5 years ago. Now they're the fascists. Yeah, if you gave me 15 picks, I would take 15 picks. But let's see tomorrow. Oh, yeah, tonight. If you're going to make a pick as to who you think's going to win the U.S. Open, leave it down here. Don't leave it in live chat. Leave it down here and just say, I think U.S. Open or U.S. Open equals or dash or whatever. Just give me a name. Like I say, Brendan Todd, that's one way out there. I mean, that's 1,000 to 1 odds. Rob, shave your head and get a bull. No, maybe not. See on social media, Antifa running riots in America. Yeah, they doing some crazy shit. They running through cities. They're running through cities that people can't put their finger on them. But some of these places, they're not going to do that shit. When they want to start running through, outback America or just through, the back towns and stuff, ain't gonna work as good. Why don't your mayors do anything? Because they don't have no nuts. Most of them are women. They just don't have the balls enough to get out here. No, I ain't gonna say that shit. So a lot of them guys. Are you the world champion in any sport? Like bullfight. Sean said that. Hey, Keith said to Sean. The mayors are scared that they're not going to get reelected, so they let these people run wild and crazy and shit. That's what it is. It's crazy stuff. Mayors, they don't do their jobs the way they're supposed to, and people don't keep them accountable. And until they do, they're just going to let people run out and go crazy. They're just going to let people go do crazy shit. Yeah. Well, the fact is, the mayor in Seattle, that lady called the cops up from her house, and she said, I need some help. And I loved it when the chief said, who is this? And he knew who the hell it was. And she said, damn it, you know who I am. You know who I am. I need some police backup. And he said, I think it was a woman that quit, and now I think it's a man, a black guy. He said, only if we give you a gun, you hold it against the protesters. So they brought 3 cops in. It was a black lady, a black guy, and a white guy. They all come driving in, and then the sheriff or whatever, the chief, came in a little ways behind them. They had a double-barrel shotgun, and they handed it to the mayor. The mayor acted like she wasn't going to take it. They said, we're leaving if you don't. She took it and then said, okay, now get off my property. And then they looked at her, and they told her straight up after that, said, look, if this is the way shit's got to be now. So you either going to back us up or either you're not backing us up. So Seattle got cleaned up a little bit a few days later. I think some of those people probably went out there and protested the BLM and some of the other movements, and they just said, hell with this shit. We're going to her house. We're going to end this shit right now. And that will end it real quick. If you decide to go to the mayor's house and be like, guess what? We ain't taking no more bullshit. We ain't going to the middle of the city. We don't want a TV. We're not going to, we're not going after a free watch or nothing. We're going to her house or his house. Let's see what the hell they do. And now, if grow a set, and now let the cops do their damn job. Back them up the right way. Do you think a Republican will ever win a California vote? No. There's too many left side people in LA. There's too many big cities out there. I don't think they will anyway. If we had a riot, I would go rob Arby's. I don't want Arby's food even if I'm hungry. I don't like Arby's food. No time. No thanks. I'm sorry. I don't think I've ever eaten Arby's. Maybe one time. I was like, I don't need that again. Yeah, and you see, that's the thing right there. You've got to, bans it from her block. But the problem is this. If the cops play along, then the hell with that. The cops need to lay the law down. A Democrat will win again in New York within 10 years. There's a Democrat there now. De Blasio is the mayor, and Cuomo is the governor. They've got that city. But personally, I think Rob Stone Cold, give me all your butter pecan ice cream and employees. New York is turning like California, where everyone's turning their super left. Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen. I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen is this. People are seeing all this shit happen on TV, and they're drawing a line in the sand. They're saying they're either backing it up or either they're saying the hell with this. And it's going to hit. Shit's going to hit the fan before too much longer. Might be an election time, because right now, if you ask most people will tell you, Trump's not going to win this state, whatever. But we don't know where all of the conservative votes going to come from, because nobody's saying shit. Conservatives are not saying a word. They're laying back right now, waiting for the election, doing their thing. If it rains, shit like that could happen, Normally on bad weather days, conservatives pop out there and really, really support their candidate. Most time Democrats don't. They're just not willing to go out there and fight in the rain and shit. Huss says the riots have confirmed Trump's victory again. I'm not going to go that far yet. I think if he ends up having debates with Biden, I don't think that's a good thing for Biden. If he can avoid them, he's better off. If he can avoid all the debates, but if they end up debating, I think it's a bad thing for Biden. That's what I think. If I was a left person, I would say, look, he needs to avoid this bullshit. He needs to stay away from him. But I think they normally have 2 or 3 anytime. So we'll see what happens there. That'll be don't share who you are voting for at the polls. There will probably be intimidators and so. Well, where I live, I'm only a quarter of a mile from the polls. I know the people that run the polls. No, they're not intimidated. No, they're definitely not. Hell, they meet you with a cup of coffee and shake your hand and talk to you. No, it's definitely not that way, dude. Vote for Kanye. It's just not that way where I live. Oh yeah, they'll have coffee down there for a quarter. If you want to give a cup quarter, you get one of these little styrofoam cups. Put your cream and sugar in it, and you can have it after you vote. So, no. Keith, where I'm living, man, you would have to come here to believe it. You would have to be here to believe it. I'm serious. What's the weather looking like out there now? I haven't even looked at the tropical storm / hurricane situation. Yeah. I'm telling you, anybody ever come visit my house, you'd be like, wow. Because most people would love it just because it's so quiet. I live in a very, very conservative area. Yes. In fact, if I showed you some of the signs out here, there's a lot of Trump signs out here. Yes. Mostly conservative. There's some in the area that you're still going to say, yeah. But it's mostly conservative. Oh, yeah. Yep. It's a quiet neighborhood. Nobody bothers nobody. I've probably waved to 3 people that drove by in the last hour and 10 minutes. Something like that. I waved to the mailman, I waved to my neighbor, and I waved to my other neighbor, drove down that way. So, say the same. Most of the nation is national. Most of the national deep south. Yeah, most of the national deep south is conservative to an extent. Um, and the Midwest is turning that way. The Midwest, and I'll tell you what, the Northeast is not as leftist as they used to be. There used to be a lot more people on the left side in, all these states: Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine. Now, New York is still primarily a left side state, but Rhode Island, all those states, they are turning more to, and Pennsylvania. He won Pennsylvania last time. Trump did. I'm not sure he will this time, but he's going to need it. He's going to need some of these states. He still won't win Virginia. And people are like, well, damn, why won't he win Virginia? We're right there at D.C. There's so many people bubbled up in Northern Virginia. He won't win this state. I heard more racism in Northern Illinois than I have here in Louisiana. Oh, sure, Keith. And a lot of people want to blame racism for South, and you couldn't be any more wrong. People here will open the door for each other. They don't care what color you are. People here will sit beside you in a restaurant. They don't care what color you are. People here, if you go to a bingo game, which me and my wife have been known to go to bingo, sit right beside of you, eat popcorn with you, eat fries with you, sit and drink soft drink with you, and ask you how you're doing, and they're not gonna bother you, or they may just ask you how you're doing. But it's I'm telling you, racism in the South that's not the same thing. It's just not. Ooh, I had to cough, sneeze at the same time. I didn't feel good. People down south here, they just mind their own damn business. And there's plenty of areas where it's a lot of blacks and whites live in the same area. You drive by there. If I didn't tell you, let's say nobody's outside their house, and I just drive by there, there's no way you can tell it. Great, clean areas, nice areas. People don't bother anybody. You can walk up and down the street, carry a stick once in a while, because some people have dogs. But I don't know. I don't know about that, Huss. I don't know about that. There's a lot of folks on this channel that live up in the Northeast. I don't know. It's been liberal for a few years, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm going to take off, guys. I may be back on here tonight. Give me who you think is going to win the U.S. Open. Preferably somebody not in the top 20. Preferably somebody not ranked in the top 20. I wave to my dead neighbor's ghost. I didn't realize how close Philly is to New York. It's only an hour. Yep, it is only an hour away. It is 50% black, 7 black here. I have black neighbors. I have never had any. Yeah, I'm telling you, Keith. So you guys take care of, wash your hands. Yep, wear your mask. Let's get rid of this COVID shit, man. If it takes cold weather, so be it. I am ready for it. I issue it in. You'll either see me back here this evening, post golf, if I get a chance to play some golf, or if really nothing sports wise, I'll probably just pop back on. I got hit real bad last time I ate online. 2 people said something that was nasty. Boy, they sent me some real stuff. Please don't eat while you're doing it. So I will not eat. I will eat prior to coming on. Sean, if you don't come to my house, you bring a damn shovel. I'll bring you a damn rake. You got here rake my damn acorns up. I'll pay you to do it. I'll pay you and I'll feed you too. I'll cook something on the grill for you. Come on right down here. I'll pay you to get acorns up and feed you too on top of it. How about that? Yeah. Wouldn't that be some shit? Wouldn't that be some shit? See me and Sean out there getting acorns up. Have a good one, guys. God bless. Have a great one. Yeah, get your reports and stuff done. Yeah, do it anyway. Even though you're not, even though you don't want to listen to us, go on and do them now. That way you'll have them done. Till we see you again, my name's Rob. Thanks so much. Thanks for the thumbs up and subscribe. Have a good one, guys. Talk to you later. Bye bye.